6%. Real original.
Vinny. Nice to see him brought back to life.
Bear was always the way to go.
Yeah, it's just good.
Really nice.
Solid. Yeah, you know, I shot him in October, and then I bring him over to Taxidermy, and I don't get to see him again for a while. So. Can you beat it? And I'm looking like out of the stand. He's just through this little hole.
That's like a really bad feeling when they're that close to the bottom of the trees, and you're like, I can't shoot them.
I don't want to take that shot, you know? Dude, look at that antler. Look at that 5-point antler. Dude, what a giant. He was the boss. Oh yeah, that was my October buck.
Nice job with that too.
Yeah, it looks good. The same guy that built our booth does the barrels. It's kind of cool. You can put different displays and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
That's nice.
you getting your buck on the wall?
Trying to.
Drilling some holes. I like it.
Yeah, the taxidermist literally met me outside and it's like, here you go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's in a polo, dude.
Had to clean up. We got the Sportsman's thing today. Had to look good.
Man.
This is what I have to compete against, though. He looks good. He always looks good.
Hold up. Hold up.
Well, we got, got to represent. Got the big speech. Big speech.
Look at that guy.
Absolutely.
Let's go, buddy.
Got her trimmed up.
Man.
Represent.
Owen Riegler.
Who's that?
Where's your deer at?
Well, on his back. It's on his back.
Yeah, he's right there. Hey guys, we are at the Iowa Deer Classic this weekend, having a great time. I was able to check out Vinny for the first time since I brought him to the taxidermist. Mount came out great. We have some other bucks here. Everybody's really enjoying the show. It's been an awesome weekend. And thanks to all of you who came out and saw us. Friday night, we had the Iowa Sportsman's Club banquet, and it was really cool to see everybody come together and raise funds to keep our great resource here in Iowa intact for our kids and grandkids. Josh is going to take you guys around and show you what the Iowa Deer Classic's all about. Coming up, we've got Owen's big shed hunt next weekend, so we're going to be bringing you guys that in the near future. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show.
There you are. Found you. Welcome. That's funny. Here I am. Were you whistling?
Yeah.
I thought I heard you whistling. Well, if you look at the B-roll, Mike just talked about, we're at the Iowa Deer Classic, and we figured why not just walk you through. This is probably one of the most popular settings and events that it does, big buck tournaments. Got the shed antlers, so you can bring them here, get them entered. You can also just get them scored here for free. And just an incredible event that John at the Iowa Deer Classic additionally puts on. So super cool. We're gonna head downstairs, and one of the things I'm really excited to do is go take a look at some turkey mounts that Old Barn Taxidermy, Sam Gaylord, and a really good friend of mine, Keaton Minnick, worked their magic. 2 turkeys that Joy and I shot last year. Gonna go down there and take a look at them. So yeah, let's get on down there. So you saw him during bow season? Mm-hmm. Wow. You got footage of this? Got iPhone footage. Hey, that's better than nothing. You have it like accessible? We could lay it over right now?
Yeah.
So we were just walking through here, and Devin was pointing out this buck right here. Apparently Devin had this buck at 30 yards. For how long?
For 30 minutes.
30 minutes. That's impressive. Yeah, I could walk through this all over and over and over and just stare. I mean, that thing is just crazy. You walk up here every year, and you just like feel like you're 13, 12 years old again, just like staring. Woodhaven for the first time is at the Iowa Deer Classic. And my buddy Josh is here. How's it been?
It's been pretty good. You know, first time here, but it's been a success. A lot of traction. You know, just kind of letting people know we're here.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Yeah. How many people have came up and made comments about the grunt tubes, or have you gotten any feedback? Or
Yeah, we've had some really good feedback. Everybody that says comes up to us says it's the best call they make. Everybody loves it because you can get real loud with it. It don't lock up. And you know, especially this Midwest whitetail deer stuff, they're real visible, so you can see them and then grab that call and reach out to them.
Yeah.
But, so it's been good feedback. It's been good feedback.
Well, Woodhaven Custom Calls, you know, we're very appreciative of everything we get to do with those guys. Got the Midwest Grunter. Can't tell you how many deer, you know, have been enticed to come in, present a bow shot. I mean, Mike, you talk about the Vinny buck. We just got done seeing him. I mean, it was middle of October. You know, Vinny was showing some aggressive behavior with the different deer. Mike's calling at him. You talk about walking through the food plot and all the noise associated. There's a highway close by, and Mike was just ripping on the call. Deer never stops and looks. You know, he never gives you that real visual, but you can see his ears twitching, right?
Yep.
Ends up walking the buck off, comes to the base of the tree 35 minutes later.
Walking away.
You beat it. Dude, look at that antler. Look at that 5-point antler. That is crazy.
You don't have the right grunt tube as far as volume goes, right? You know, I think people always think about, I need a grunt tube for the rut.
No.
And I don't think that could be further from the truth. It's an all-year tool. There's obviously different ways to use it.
I mean, like you were saying, grunt calls, they are a communication tool, and deer communicate year-round, you know, whether it's vocalization, you know, scrapes, licking branches. So it is a year-round tool, and they're curious creatures, and sometimes hitting them with a grunt call, especially during the early or late season, you know, their curiosity will get to them, and they might not come right away, like you said. They might go do their thing, but eventually there's a good chance they're going to end up right there at the bottom of the stand.
Appreciate your time.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Star of the show sitting back there.
That's right.
Don't know if Steve wants to say anything. How are we doing, sir?
Josh.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
How's the show been?
Good, great. We're here at Woodhaven selling calls and talking turkey and deer.
Well, yeah.
Of course. This is the Iowa Deer Classic. I've always said this is like the National Wild Turkey Federation Convention of Whitetails, and it's here. If it's in whitetails, it's here.
I know we're in deer mode, but what's your next hunt in the spring? Where are you going?
My next hunt is southern Mississippi, is where I usually always start. Got some stuff going on personally, house sales and stuff, so I don't know when I'm going to get down there, but I'm shooting for around March 20th.
Well, if you got room in the truck, let me know.
I'll call you, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, we appreciate these guys. You can find them on Woodhaven, you know, pretty much anything, Instagram, Facebook, Woodhaven Custom Calls on YouTube. They have got some awesome turkey hunts that they've been pumping out. And yeah, I'm excited to see how 25 unfolds. Good luck this spring.
Yes, thank
Appreciate you, boys.
Appreciate y'all.
Always, man. As we're coming down the escalator here, you can see over this way, you've got the archery tournaments, which is another awesome event here at the Iowa Deer Classic. Never entered ourselves. I think Owen may have once or twice, but no better way, Devin would attest to this, to prepare for deer season is to shoot amongst your peers. So if you're looking to come in 2026, this event is sponsored by Hoyt Archery. Very, very proud of Hoyt's continued efforts to bring archery to all different age groups, different classes. So if you're looking to come in 2026, bring your bow. We might just have to enter next year. I want Owen to be on our team. How are you, brother?
What's going on, man? Great to see you.
We actually haven't made it to the turkeys. We just ran into our good friend Zach. If you guys have watched some of the chase videos, Pillars of Vallor, this is the coffee that fueled us all fall. Zach, I don't know if you want to talk about your story a little bit, but...
Yeah, thanks, Josh. So I'm Zach Husted. I'm the founder of Pillars of Vallor Coffee. I served in the Iowa Air National Guard for 12 years, did 4 tours to the Middle East, and I created Pillars of Vallor Coffee for one reason, to help raise money to give back to our heroes.
One of the things I think is worth mentioning here, you know, when Zach brings up the idea of giving back, you know, you guys are pretty competitive with what each sale generates. Is it 7%? Is that correct?
Yeah, we give 7% of our proceeds back into the veteran community. We give it to a couple different veteran nonprofit organizations. One of them is here today called Helping Heroes Foundation. Another is called Warrior Rising.
You guys can look up their websites and look at their mission statements and everything, but Warrior Rising is such a cool organization. I mean, they're helping veteranpreneurs, right? So, you know, from my understanding, veterans are going through and making business plans, you know, generating their ideas after service. And not only are they competing to eventually maybe get some sort of financial assistance, but it's providing, you know, teaching on how to utilize different marketing strategies, how to bring these visions to life to set up a future life after the service.
I personally went through it, and that's how I met Casey. So I'm pretty proud to continue to be able to support them and give back. And, you know, I plug them every chance I can get because I think every veteran or their spouse should go through it. And what they compete for is they get the opportunity to be in a pitch contest for the chance to win a grant. And, you know, whether you win the money or not, what's most important about it is you get this community that supports you and stands behind you. And the community that you gain from going through it is just absolutely phenomenal.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you can get involved. You can donate on the website. There's different, from my understanding, you know, fundraising conventions across the country in different states, and you know, give the websites a check. Obviously check out Pillars of Vallor. You're doing a lot of good with each cup of coffee, and like I said, I'm shamelessly going to say it's some of the best coffee I've had. So I appreciate you, man. We just happened to run into you, and happy to help you out any way we can. So check them out. Now we're gonna go check out the turkey mounts. The point of the Iowa Deer Classic, while we're making this video, it's nothing crazy. Obviously, if you've been here, you know there's just a ton of community here. You know, it's a lot of hunters, a lot of good missions behind, you know, that's a coffee company, but obviously Zach has a heart of gold, wants to give back to his community of brothers and sisters and the veterans and law enforcement realm and firefighting realm, and they've just got some really exciting things coming. So where we're heading next is we're gonna go to Old Barn Taxidermy and Minnick Cedar Works. Very, very excited to take a look at these turkeys. And, you know, like I said, we're on the verge of turkey season. These birds are 2 that Joy and I were lucky enough to tag in Iowa first season, 2 very large spurred birds. And I gave my buddy at working class, Curt Geier, a call and said, talk me out of mounting these things. And he did the very opposite. And here we are with a beautiful pedestal mount 2 toms later. Very excited to see what they look like. Speak of the devil, Curt Geier. For 2026, why does somebody need to come to the Iowa Deer Classic?
Well, if you like big whitetails, this is the spot to be. Check out everything. It's good PR for Iowa and also bad for the residents of Iowa because everyone wants to hunt here.
That's right. That's right. Thank goodness we got the Iowa Sportsman Club. How can people find you? What do they expect for 2026? Right? 2025. What can they expect?
Working class bow hunter, anywhere you find podcasts, and now video podcasts. Just having fun That's a goal.
How are you, sir? You want to talk to Curtis Geier? No, we're just...
I chilled it for you a little. Dude, you are the man. I know. Thank you. Cool.
Thank you for what you do, sir. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon? Nice to meet you, sir. Josh Sparks from Midwest Whitetail.
Oh, yeah.
We're just making a video of the Iowa Deer Classic, what it's got to offer. And so I'm assuming you're at the Iowa DNR booth.
I'm going to be there in about 5 minutes.
There you go.
The rest of the day.
What can people come find at the booth?
Officers.
Yes, sir.
Stories. Camaraderie.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, well, that's awesome. Thanks for everything you guys do. We talk about it all the time. People ask how is Iowa so good, and we say it's because of our Department of Conservation.
Yeah. No, we can't take all the credit.
It's a very, very big cog in the wheel, you know.
I mean, you're right. It's a cog in the wheel, but I like to look at it as kind of a collaborative opportunity between a regulatory agency and the people that participate.
Absolutely.
And they all got to mesh.
Well, I know every fall and spring when I get to chase game, I'm very thankful to live in the state. That was totally not set up. Fantastic to meet you. And yeah, have a great rest of the show, sir. There he is. Sir, how are you doing, Sam?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. This is Sam Gaylord, the man behind this wonderful piece. My goodness. Wow.
Legend in my own mind.
Keaton's across over here. That's the man behind the base right here. But yeah, that is incredible. I was able to meet Sam last spring, you know, obviously with Curt and the crew. Realized that you have a really cool thing going on at Old Barn Taxidermy. You know, do you want to give us a little bit of a background on it for the folks that might not know?
Yeah, you know, we're located in southeast Iowa, down at Fort Madison. I've been in the taxidermy business since 1993, but I love the art of it. I love the people. We have 21 employees. We have a tannery, and the peak of the tannery, we're tanning for about 700 other taxidermists. Several years ago, I come up with this vision. I wanted a one-stop shop, so we opened up a wild game processing center. With that, we really blew up shoulder mount-wise because of the convenience, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I was hoping to accomplish with, you know, talking to you, is just bringing attention to great art. Obviously, the taxidermy is very important. People are spending money. They want a good memory. But I've gotten the opportunity to just see that you guys have a whole community going on, right? And so that makes it that much easier to...
We were very blessed to be early part of the Working Class Bowhunter podcast. Yeah. And that community has led me to you. I mean, that community just blossoms, and it's a blessing.
Old Barn Taxidermy, absolutely worth giving them a look, and especially this spring, this fall. Keaton Minnick, he's enjoying a lunch, so we're going to leave him alone, but you can look them both up on Instagram, Facebook, and if you're looking to preserve your memory, not a better place to go. Thank you so much for preserving ours, sir. Yeah. All right, we're gonna make another stop here with our good friends from Ozonics. We got past intern Nick Simon. How's it going, sir?
Good, going good. Last day of the
good.
show.
Sir, how are you doing?
Good, buddy.
Tell the folks who you are, what you do.
I
with
am
Ozonics.
Nick Simon's sidekick. No, I'm just kidding. My name's Cole Tanner. I'm the VP of Operations at Ozonics.
Well, we're stopping through here. Obviously, got an awesome product line. Any highlights you think people need to be aware of for 2025?
Yeah, absolutely. So the new thing this year, actually, from this last summer, is the new HR-600. We've got a new battery, so instead of being an 8-hour battery on boost, we're looking at 10 hours on boost. The other cool thing is it comes with a replaceable coil. Eventually, these units aren't going to produce as much ozone as they did before. The coils can get dirty. You can just buy an extra coil, replace it whenever you want.
Yeah, no, at this point, we've already talked about the Vinny hunt a few different times. At Woodhaven, we were talking about the grunt. One thing that also is worth noting, you know, that night, middle of October, by the time that buck comes to the base of his tree, you know, you got two guys, wind's completely died off, Ozonics is running, you get a shot at, I mean, how long is he below the tree? 5-10 minutes, something like that?
And I think that's a perfect example. That's, I think, the biggest thing that we tell people all the time is Ozonics isn't the cure-all, right? Like, scent control, it's all these building blocks to try to get over a hurdle of success, right? But the reality is there are these times, just like what Mike Reed had, where you wish you could have 10 extra seconds, 10 extra steps, 10 extra feet, just that little bit extra to get past that doe, to get to the buck. And that's what this can do for you.
So where can they find this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the best thing to do is just go to our website, ozonicsHunting.com. The other thing that we really take a lot of pride in is if guys have questions, just give us a call. I mean, we're at the office every day, and we'd love to chat with you. If you have questions, more than anything, we really just want to make sure guys get what they need.
Well, I appreciate you guys' time very much. Hope you've had a great show.
Yeah, that's okay.
We are going to head to the next spot here at the Iowa Deer Classic, and we'll catch you there. No, come on. Hey, I know you got good camouflage on, but you can't sneak away from us. Hey, Drake. You can't do this. Drake, what's up, man?
What do you want from me?
How's your Iowa Deer Classic going?
It's great. It's great. It's as great as it could be.
You're not good at that on-the-spot stuff, are you?
No.
Who found more sheds last weekend?
I think I did. Is that confirmed, right?
Confirmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can confirm that. People are asking.
Competition, that's all.
I like the retro real tree. What pattern is it?
Couldn't tell you.
He couldn't tell us. How's Vitality Visions going?
It's great.
Yeah?
It's great.
Any plugs?
I don't know what plug you want.
Drake needs to work on his sales pitch. Him and Justin do a lot of work with Skip on Vitality Visions. But we'll see if Lewis is over here. One of the pieces that they heavily put together and put to use is this Great Plains drill. Specifically, the new line, and this is the first time they brought this set up here. So our buddy Lewis is not here right now, but we stopped through talking about the Stealth Pro. This is a new line from Great Plains. As I mentioned, Drake and Justin, Skip, they have Vitality Visions, habitat-focused land management company. And, Skip, I think in one of the videos talked about how many years he's been running the same drill.
Skip's had his for, I know, at least 10 years, and if he has one piece of equipment that lasts more than 5 years, then it's built very well. So,
are you saying Skip likes to test the limits and limitations?
You're going to get the limits tested, and the Great Plains drill's a great testament to that. Shameless plug, but
hey, no, it's all good. I mean, there's plenty of information out there now online, YouTube, Great Plains website. They have plenty of dealers across the country where they're going to be able to get your questions answered, figure out any sort of financing options, all of that. And if you're in Iowa, need some habitat work done, go to vitalityvisions.com. We got our good buddy here who's going to practice his sales pitch for 2026. All right, we're walking through, continuing on, got Redneck Blinds here. Obviously a very long-standing supporter and partner of Midwest Whitetail, and very appreciative of all the memories they've delivered. I mean, you could think about quite a few successful hunts that have taken place with that particular blind. So, great company out of Missouri. Definitely give them a check, give them a call. They will take your phone call, and they'll get you set up. Hello. We are doing this really impromptu version today. Who wants to speak? Anybody want to speak? We'll go to the spokesman himself, Mr. Jared. How you doing, sir? How's the show going?
Good. Busy, but good.
What do you feel like's been the best seller?
Man, it's been a good balance. I'd say, we have our bread and butter with like the multi-year and the rut greens. We sold a bunch of that, but it's been interesting to see the increase of like habitat-focused guys. We sold a lot of switchgrass at this show. So it's cool to see guys hitting both sides of that.
And frost seeding imminent. What's your favorite blend? Why?
The multi-year is definitely my bread and butter, especially frost seeding. If you're wanting a perennial plot that's gonna come back every year. And the kicker for me is the chicory, and chicory's quickly become my favorite food plot species. Super high in protein, very drought tolerant, which it seems like we keep running into these drought situations the last few years. So drought tolerant, heat resistant, it's pretty killer. So the multi-year blend is probably my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I mean, a lot of memories have been created over the last 2 years over all Monsterbuck food plots. It seems that the show is continuing to grow in presence for the brand.
Yep.
And yeah, we're filming this show very differently than past years.
Yeah.
We're doing it impromptu, as you can tell.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
It is about turkey season. Any big plans with the recurve, going to any different states?
I'm not going to do a ton of traveling. I'll probably hit 2 or 3 states. I'm more excited about the land management stuff and spend time on farms. So, but I'll scratch the itch a little bit with some archery, early archery, and hopefully get my daughter her first turkey this spring too. So
I was just about to ask, is Remy to the age? Is she out helping on the property?
She wants to. Oh yeah, she loves that stuff. She begs me to go shed hunting all the time, but she wants to try turkey hunting this spring. We'll see. I don't know. She might hate the early mornings, but she's definitely ate up with it, which is cool to see.
It's awesome. Well, check out monsterbuck.com. They've got all the blends you need. One of the things that we were talking with Scott about is just that there's an actual staff you can get a hold of. If you got questions, start to finish, there's plenty of literature on where to start with food plotting. A lot of different steps that can answer questions.
Yeah, we love helping guys. That's one of my favorite things, because with food plots, as you guys know, like there's way more than one way to do it. And so like, everyone's situation is a little bit different in terms of how many acres or what equipment they have access to. So the biggest thing, rather than trying to give a blanket answer, because there really isn't one, the biggest thing is just to reach out and we'll kind of help with individual situations.
Perfect. Is Scott still here? Did he sneak off?
He probably saw the camera.
He saw the camera and ran away. I was hoping he was going to be able to tell us their story. I mean, Elk Mound Seed was the foundation of Monsterbuck, and there's a lot of separating factors comparatively that they're very proud of. At some point, hopefully we'll get to tell that story and explain. But as a high overview, is there a few things you feel like Monsterbuck's difference is?
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple things would come to mind. First of all, as you mentioned, our parent company, Elk Mound Seed, has been around, just celebrated 150 years last year. So, when you can, as a business in any industry, when you can stay around that long, you're doing something right. But the benefit to Monsterbuck as the food plot division to that is, you have access to an entire seed house. So not just food plot blends, but you have the whole package with the fertilizer, your chemicals, your supplemental products, stuff like that. So it's an entire line. We have, in-house agronomists that, obviously this is what they do every day. So they have the in-depth knowledge about land and obviously all the seed varieties. So that's a big one. And then just, us being really purposeful with what we put in the blends. It's not just throwing a bunch of seed in a bag and calling it a blend. Everything is very dialed with regards to what complements each other, what provides all-season attraction, what handles deer browse, things like that. So a lot of time and research over the years has gone into all of this, and having a full-blown seed house as our parent company provides a lot of benefit there.
Yeah. Well, it's a perfect time to order seed. You can go to monsterbuck.com and check out everything. Obviously, a lot of awesome memories on Midwest Whitetail have been delivered over some of these very bags, and hopefully in 2025 it only continues. So on to the next one. Hope you have a good rest of the show. Good luck this spring, and we're Team Remy. Last thing, did you see DJ Jones's Instagram reel?
I have not.
Cool. I gotta pull this up.
Oh man.
That's okay, 'cause we I wish. I wish.
That's fun.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, that brought back some really good memories.
That was a while ago. That had to be what,
2017, 2018?
That the picture was?
Yeah, had to be somewhere. Yeah, the early days.
Back in the day.
Appreciate everything.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate you guys.
And we will keep on cranking on.
We're overheating, so we should wrap this up.
That's crazy. How much does that weigh?
What did you just say? What was those words?
If you're into world record 6-pointers.
Oh my.
Shout out to Iowa. All right, well, we've been walking through this show today, doing a very strange version of Midwest Whitetail. But on the front end, Mike talked about the banquet, talked about all the good things that Iowa Sportsman's Club is doing. However, I figured we'd come straight to the source. And going into 2025, looking at 2026's events, how should people get involved? What should people be aware of?
Yeah, well, the biggest thing would be to sign up and become a member of the Iowa Sportsman's Club, right? So the biggest thing up at the State House and with legislatures, every year there's bills that are coming through that are essentially not good for the resource. And by resource, I mean whitetails, pheasants, waterfowl, everything. The Iowa Sportsman's Club mission is to keep Iowa great, and we do that through hiring a lobbyist who essentially takes what our members are striving for. We poll our members pretty regularly to see what issues are important to them. We try to pick out the biggest ones, and we move those issues to the State House and have our lobbyists push those through. And the more people we can get involved, the more sportsmen we can get involved to help fund that cause, the better. Keep Iowa great and hopefully keep moving it forward to make it even better than what it is.
Yeah, no, when Taylor asked Drake and I to get involved, I mean, one of the things that jumped out to me was just the lack of education of these issues. You know, as a deer hunter, you never think about legislation, you never think about changes, how they get done. You just get your booklet each year, look at the new laws, and you're like, oh, that's different. Wonder why that changed. And so when Taylor and all of you guys brought this idea, it really put into perspective that Iowa Sportsman Club it's not a this way or that way. It's trying to get the entire population of Iowa involved so that if there's changes made towards hunting, have a voice at the table, have an opinion. And, at the end of the day, if you choose not to get involved, you can't complain about the changes that are occurring in our state. The second annual gala banquet was had a few days ago. Huge success, got bigger, energy was stronger, and, Blake nailed it. Get involved. It is very, very affordable. It goes to a great event, a great cause. In addition to everything that you said, there's also a ton of habitat work. It's where the money is spent, so there's a lot more than just heading up to the Capitol. That's a very, very big part of it. But if you're an Iowan, get involved. You will not regret it. And if you're watching this from a different state and you feel like things maybe aren't going the way that you want them to, create your own chapter. I think that that's something, too, that could absolutely be, recreated state by state and preserve hunting for all future generations. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Peace out. That's going to do it for our show. We're going to go back to the booth, show you a couple more of our apparel options, but we just wanted to run through the Iowa Deer Classic. It's an event that we look forward to every single year. Most importantly, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that stopped through, talked hunting, talked about Midwest Whitetail, and can't say it enough. Every time you guys bring up a story, bring us a trail cam photo, talk about an episode, we are all super thankful for it. We'll catch you on the next one. I think we're going to be at Owen's farm next weekend. Turkey season's kicking off, so Chasing Red is going to be releasing episodes on the channel. And good luck shed hunting, good luck turkey hunting. We'll see you then.
I want it.
Nice harassment.
And I saved. I didn't put any pictures of.
You guys want to hold them? I hear you're pretty good at holding really big match sets.